It's been quite the year for Kanye West, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any calmer for him in the headlines, as he's once again causing a storm. Not only did he recently announce that he's running for president in 2024, but there's been a number of things that have come out about him, such as what he was like to work with during his time with Adidas. There's a lot to get into in regards to what has been said, and it is hard to hear, honestly. This stuff is not okay, it's completely inappropriate, and I can't believe that there are people out there that are willing to vote for him in 2024 after the stuff that has come out about him and how he acts in an office space. But let's get into what has gone on. Since Adidas ended their massive deal with Kanye West and Yeezy following his anti-Semitic remarks, employees at Adidas have apparently come forward in an anonymous letter asking senior leadership at Adidas to apologize to Yeezy's staff members for allowing Kanye to repeatedly be inappropriate in the workplace. The letter, titled "The Truth About Yeezy: A Call to Action for Adidas Leadership," was first reported by Rolling Stone and claimed that senior leadership was aware of Kanye's problematic behavior but turned the moral compass off. Stories have come out about how Kanye treated the staff members who worked around him. Employees claimed there was abrupt firings and rolling layoffs, intimidation and humiliation tactics, and said it was a cult-like atmosphere. Adidas Yeezy designers have said that how he is on social media is exactly how he is in real life. And nearly all of the sources in this article wanted to remain anonymous, as they mentioned having signed extensive NDAs and saying that Kanye is known to retaliate. And I mean, if you guys have seen his posts on Instagram, you know that he will post your picture on his Instagram and he will call you out and he will say a bunch of stuff and he will get people that follow him to attack you. And of course, that's really scary. So I totally understand why these people want to be anonymous. I mean, it's a lot. But staffers detailed what they had to put up with over the years and the things they allege Adidas was aware of but ignored, because Kanye was Kanye to them, and they're claiming that they only cared about the profit that he brought in and not what he was doing to staff. Employees claim that he would fire people over nothing, and in one instance mentioned in the article, Kanye liked to play his own music while designers were working. And according to Rolling Stone, after someone suggested he play something else, Kanye looked around the room, landing on a nearby Yeezy employee and asking them what he should play. The staffer, who leaned more punk and rock than hip hop, tells Rolling Stone they were caught off guard and fumbled for an answer. "I thought, oh, he's a rapper, I should probably mention some rap." The early staffer tells Rolling Stone the staffer landed on Drake. "Big mistake. The next day I was fired," the former staffer claims. Staff claimed that they felt their jobs were always at risk and that it was so unpredictable what would set him off, and said that even wearing the wrong color shirt to work could get you in trouble. They said that there was basically a mandatory dress code that was unspoken, but they did feel pressured to conform to not cause any issues. They said that new designers would be hired and they would come in wearing what they wanted to wear, but a few months into the job, they would just start to play it safe and dress like everybody else in the office because that's what Kanye preferred. They alleged that Kanye would take pictures of the team members' outfits as they came through security, and that there were consequences if he didn't like what you were wearing. According to Rolling Stone, West allegedly told a top creative who turned up in a yellow sweater they needed to dress for the palette or you dress in black. The company then fired the Yeezy employee, a Yeezy executive claims. A designer who wore a gray t-shirt was forced to leave a product review for the offending color. Another senior team member says, even the Adidas Yeezy senior staffer recalled being given a vague directive from a manager to be mindful of what they wore after turning up to the studio in normal, non-Yeezy-like clothes. Staffers claim that if you didn't agree with Kanye, things weren't really going to go your way, and that it might transfer to his personal life as well, since Yeezy staffers agree that Kanye didn't seem to have a trusted inner circle, and if he was only surrounded by yes men, it certainly explains a lot about why he is the way he is. I mean, that's just how it is. If you're always around people who are going to please you and make you feel good about yourself and not tell you when something is wrong or inappropriate, then you're just going to keep doing what you're doing. And that's basically what they're claiming happened here, that he was constantly surrounded by people in the Adidas space that were just like, Kanye is Kanye, let him be. And then in his personal life, he didn't have people around him that were checking him or giving him good advice. He was constantly surrounded, both personally and business-wise, with people who just wanted him to be happy, or at least content. Details from alleged behavior around the office only get worse, with the ways that Kanye tried to make people uncomfortable, saying that he was constantly trying to test the boundaries of professionalism. Yeezy and Adidas staffers and creative collaborators claim that he played videos of people doing it, if you know what I mean, to Yeezy staff in meetings and discussed these videos with people a lot. And there was a clip of this shown in a video documentary that Kanye released onto YouTube last month. It's on his YouTube page, it's still there, and that it shows during a meeting, he literally takes out his phone to show a video of people doing it to the people in the meeting in an attempt to make them uncomfortable. And they literally ask, like, is this like a video of people doing it? And he's like, yes. And he is holding it up to this guy's face and making him really listen to it. And he's not taking it away from him. Staffers allege that this was a regular occurrence for Kanye in meetings and just around the office in general. And they even claim that he showed intimate photos of Kim Kardashian to employees as well to make them uncomfortable. The staff felt like he was playing mind games with them constantly and detailed how he made others feel below him. According to Rolling Stone, after one disagreement, for example, West made a young female designer of color sit on the floor for a meeting that lasted hours, according to a former staffer in the room. You don't deserve to sit at the table, the staffer recalled West saying, but staffers believe Adidas had the right to protect them and are mainly upset at them for what they had to endure, and that the final straw for Adidas to end their relationship with Kanye was after public backlash and not out of respect for the staff members. And it's true, I mean, Adidas was really getting called out by the public. People were urging them to end their relationship with Kanye because they just couldn't believe that they were going to continue to work with him after all the things that he was saying. This stuff hadn't even really come out yet. And of course, if you're working for Adidas, you're going to be really hurt if they're only coming out to say, hey, we're not working with Kanye anymore because the public is upset and not because the employees have been enduring this behavior for years. That obviously will make you feel really terrible and just like completely unimportant in a company. In the letter written to Adidas by staffers, it claims, if there was any case to defend the executive team's inadequate action, aside from being beholden to shareholders, it appears as if they simply didn't know what to do or say in those jarring moments or how to handle Kanye without further triggering him, or act in any way that didn't jeopardize their position or the partnership. So instead, the board members and the executive team turned their moral compass off by ignoring both Kanye's inflammatory public behavior and the Yeezy team's complaints regarding troubling partner dynamics. As much as we all would love to solely blame Kanye, the letter states the undeniable truth is that the Adidas executive team and the board have been huge enablers. Adidas came out in a statement to say they aren't sure how true the allegations in the letter are, but they have launched an independent investigation into the claims. And in a statement to Rolling Stone, the company spokesperson wrote, Adidas does not tolerate hate speech and offensive behavior and therefore has terminated the Adidas Yeezy partnership. We have been and continue to be actively engaged in conversations with our employees about the events that led to our decision to end the partnership. They have our full support and we're working through the details of the termination. We have been clear that we want to keep our employees' talent and skills within the organization. I think it's pretty clear that a lot of these huge companies that make billions of dollars, or honestly, a lot of people who make money, will be willing to ignore a lot of stuff if it means that their pockets will be filled. A lot of these board members didn't often come into contact with Kanye like these staffers did on a regular basis, and it was only when they were put in the hot seat by the public that they had to act on it. Every employee that probably complained or was made to feel less than or uncomfortable was probably seen as replaceable to them if they ever complained. And that's really sad how things work, and that this isn't some shocking situation or this is something that's only happening at Adidas. This is something that you hear about often, that these big companies, these people at the top, they do not care about the little people at the bottom most of the time, and it's just so sad. Adidas probably could have avoided a lot of drama from this year if they had listened to their staff warn them about his behavior in the past, but this is the unfortunate truth of the situation, and they probably don't even want to let him go still because of all the money that they made with him. And the saddest part is they probably only let him go because they would have lost money keeping him around because everybody is so upset at him right now, even though he's been great for their business all these other years. But now that he would do damage to the company, they're like, oh, gotta go, bye. It's just unfortunate that all these people had all these things happen to them in the past working alongside him, but because he was bringing in all the money, everyone was completely blinded on the board with dollar signs, allegedly. But I certainly want to know what you guys think about all of this, everything that has come out and been said. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.